Welcome, my people. Welcome, my people. Just ignore what I wrote on screen. Well, my name is Extreme Mods X4. This might be the first time hearing my voice, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's the first time. Okay, don't mind my language. Well, English is hard. If I misspell something, just try to understand it in my perspective. Anyway, I don't want to babble a lot, like I talk too much. Okay, let's just start with the tutorial. Guys, this is called Sunny Builder. Sunny Builder, Sunny Builder. Well, this powerful tool was actually built for GTA San Andreas codes. Okay, so let me first give you a brief tutorial about this app. Okay, this app is for PC versions only. Well, I just modded my phone and programmed it so that it have the interior of a PC. That's not really important. You must not do this at your phone. Maybe dangerous. I don't know. Okay, but let's get to the coding part. Okay, you can see, just follow my mouse wheel. You can see this is called a menu box. Okay, at least that's what I call it, a menu box. So if we go down here, you can find it says San Andreas Mobile. What does this San Andreas Mobile mean? It means that the scripts in which we're gonna make will be compiled for GTA San Andreas. Well, there are many ways in which you can compile a script. There's GTA 3, GTA Vice City. These are all PC. Okay, from the top up to here, they are PC. Yeah, up to here, they're PC, and from here is PS, and down below there are two for mobiles, SM Mobile and Vice City Mobile. But here I'm gonna teach you how to make for SM Mobile. Okay, so let's begin. When you start making a script, you need to give it a heading in which when a game is launched, it needs to read where the script is compiled for. Okay, since I'm teaching you to make a script for mobile, I will teach you how to start the script for mobile. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna write. You go to your keyboard in PC. I don't know, meaning your phone. This is called. This is actually hijack. Oh no, no hijack. What do we call it? Game hacking. Yeah, something like that. Okay, you go to your keyboard and search for a bracket looking like this. Once you find the bracket, you can find the dollar sign. Yeah, I'm speaking about money. The dollar sign. Once you just press that, once you press that bracket, that bracket and the dollar sign, you'll find this menu box. What does this mean? Actually, I don't know what this first one mean. I don't know what this second one mean. But this third one is what we need. That's what is called a Cleo script. We need to create a Cleo. Well, if you are making a Cleo for Android, we must have a space here, right here. There must be a space, and after you have a space, after you click that space button, then you're gonna write CSA, or you're gonna write CSI. What does CSA mean? What does CSI mean? That's a question that you must be asking. Teacher, you're making us go crazy. What does this mean? Okay. CSI is a script in which, in which in the Cleo menu, when you slide down, they're shown there, like car spawn, vehicle spawn, skin, and whatever. You can see them at the Cleo menu, okay? But if I say CSA, this loads when the game loads. It started working when the game loads. It's like my missions. You cannot see them at the script menu, but you can see them when the game loads, okay? So I'm not gonna give you what do we say? I'm not gonna experiment on this. You can experiment as a lesson, okay? Okay. Then let's continue. Then you must close this. It's like a default. So we have ended our statement. We must close it. We started with it with the bracket. Then we must end it with the bracket. Okay. Okay. Then let's go down. First, we have to give our script a heading. So I'll start with a very easy script. Like, do you know when you have a script in which you can run like forever? Yeah, I'm gonna name it. Okay, when we're giving a script a name, a script It's like a thread, okay? A thread, you see how a thread goes. A thread is like very, very long, and it's like connected. So that thread, we call it a script. I mean, in programming, I mean. Okay, let me just say, okay, thread, thread, okay. Then you must search for the commas, not double commas, but single commas. Yes, when you press that single comma, it must be red, okay. It's like double commas. If I search for double commas here, it will be like this, but we need single commas. You can even try double commas, but I never tried that. Okay, then I'm gonna write infinite run. Actually, this is not compiled by the compiler, okay, but it's very neat. I think it is very neat for you to start with a heading so that you don't lose your focus on what you are doing, okay. So I'll start with this thread, okay. You see, thread infinite run, okay. So we're coming to the loop, okay. You must be asking, what is a loop? Okay, let me write loop, okay. Then I can write another, I can say loop 2, okay. What is a loop? Okay, watch out my mouse. A loop. So let me first write some script here. Okay, so I just prepared this little script. It's actually gonna work. Okay, let's get to the lesson. Previously on this video, before I pause the video, I have told you that you must first create a heading in which the compiler must compile the script, okay. So I have compiled this script for Cleo script. A is for Android, but even I is for Android. But anyway, let's not get into that. I already explained this in the first part of the video. So I've told you about the thread head. This is the heading for your script. Well, without the heading, well, it won't work, okay. The compiler won't compile, okay. Let's test it. Wait, what did I do? Okay, wait. Whoa, okay. Now wait, let me just no let me just so that I return what I did. Okay, no, I think that's enough. Okay, so let me just test that. Okay, let me clear it out. Let me try to compile. Wait, it is not working. Okay, I'll just let me run compile. Okay, let me first choose where I will put it. Since this is my Android phone and I just select it, I will put it where it should be. Yeah, right here. Let me just name it run. Okay, save. You see, I jumped to offset 0 found. Okay, now let's try to give it a name like thread. Okay, let me change the name. Let's say run. Okay, now let's try to run. Compile. You see, it's compiled. So you must give it a name. If you don't give it a name, it won't compile. Okay, so let's come to what you must be asking. Teacher, what is this? You're going to make us go crazy. What is this? Okay, listen up, I'm with you. I will hold your hand. Okay, this is called a loop. What is a loop? Well, you see, this is a loop, and this is a loop. I call it, you see these two dots, the data, not no these two dots, they determine if it is a loop. Here I have only one loop, so it doesn't really matter. I cannot just call it a loop. Well, I'll explain all about the loop in the upcoming video, but here let's first know the basics. What is this condition? What is wait? Well, this condition, when you compile the script, when the computer or your game reads this script, it's going to start from here to know if whether it's made for Android or a PC. If it is made for Android, it will then come to this point where it will read the name of the script. Okay, after it came to this point, it will then come to this loop here, or the heading of the script. Okay, this is the heading of these conditions. These that are called conditions. Okay, so it is gonna come here, and after that it's gonna come to wait. It's gonna wait for these minutes. It's gonna wait for this number 200. What does 200 means? Well, 200 is not like 200 minutes or 200 seconds. It means 200 milliseconds. 200 milliseconds. Let's just make a comment here. 200 let me say milliseconds, which are which are equal to, which we say 1 second is equal to 1000 milliseconds, which is equals to 1000 milliseconds. Okay, so what if I was about to say, okay, what about 2 seconds? What are 2 seconds equal to? Okay, 2 seconds will be equal to 2000 milliseconds. Okay, 2000, no, okay, let's just say 2000 milliseconds. Oh, I erased the s. Okay, seconds. Okay, so that's all clear now. Actually, what I did here is called a comment. What is a comment? You see, I've made two backslash arrows, two backslash lines. This actually, the comments are not compiled by the compiler. So even if I write any word, it won't be compiled by the compiler. That's because it is a comment, and it does not intrude with everything, with the conditions or anything. It is a comment. Okay, a comment. Okay, so now you must be asking, teacher, what is this if sign? I don't understand. You're going crazy. Yeah, okay, I might be crazy a little time. You might see my moms, they're all like they're a crazy person. But now what I'm gonna explain, don't say I'm crazy. Okay, this is a conditional check. It is an if conditional check. What is an if conditional check? Well, actually, when it have waited this specific amount of time of instructed it to, it come to this. It checks if the player is defined. Well, actually, this is an opcode. Well, it is a code of the game. We cannot just make any language we like. Well, the game has its own code. We can come here to tools, okay, and come to IDE tools and search optical search. Well, there on opcode search, these are all the opcodes or the codes used to make this San Andreas game. So we will use each and every code in this opcode list. Even if I check, well, by default I wrote if. Okay, if I check if, you might see that it is also one of the opcodes, but Sunny Builder can read it by default. Okay, you can see if, you see if it's a conditional check. Well, Sunny Builder can read it by default. Okay, so and if I like, I can write it in that conditional, well, in that code, in that condition. Okay, yeah, in that condition. Well, you understand it. Well, you must say, okay, maybe you're not trying to understand it. You will understand it when we go, when I introduce if and also if or later in the videos. But okay, here we'll start the basics. What it's technically trying to say, okay, let me save that for later. Let's come here. Okay, it says if the player is defined, if the player is loaded, if the player model is loaded in the screen. Okay, if the player model is loaded in the screen, or in a way in which you can understand, I can say if the first cutscene plays. Okay, let's just say it like that. If the first cutscene plays, then activate this word else jump, or I can just say if I say else jump, or I can just say jump, or I can just say, like, I like to use this JF. It means jump. I don't know what it means, but it means the same thing as else jump and jump. Okay, you can say if the first cutscene plays, then activate. This word just means activate. Activate the loop. Okay, the conditions of this loop. What are the conditions? We'll list all the conditions we want to be activated in the cheat right below this statement. Okay, unless if we put another if statement, if we want another condition to be checked. This just checks the condition. It checks if the condition is met. If this condition is met, if the first cutscene plays, then this condition, if the first cutscene plays, then this condition will be activated. This condition will be activated. If the cutscene does not play, the condition won't be activated and the game might crash. Okay, sorry about that. Then after the condition is activated, it will only be active for a certain amount of time. Okay, so after it is activated and it has already played, you can see that if we're talking about a second and it is 200 milliseconds, I think it's about let me write it in a comment. I think it's about 0.02 seconds. Okay, it is 0.2 seconds. You can see that this is a very short amount of time. If this condition or a cheat, we set it to infinite run, that means CJ will run infinitely. Okay, so if this cheat or this condition is activated, it cannot be activated for infinity. It can be activated for only a small amount of time. That's why we come and say wait. Okay, then after it has been activated, we wait for 0.02 seconds. Okay, then it will jump this loop. Okay, this is why we call it a loop. If I say it will jump this loop, you can see that it is LOOP. The capitalization does not work. That means this one, this loop is actually this loop. Okay, so it will actually activate this loop, and once it activates this loop, that means it will go back to where there's the same name, which is actually the top. You see, that's why the loops cannot have the same name while they are different. Okay, I will teach that in the next video. But here you can see that if I say jump this loop, it's gonna check for a name with this same capitalization and with this not capitalization, with these words, which is the first loop. Okay, and once it gone to the first loop, that's why it's called a loop. It loops around, loops around, loops around. So it's gonna come back here, and once it's gonna come back, it's gonna again activate, again wait for this 0.02 seconds and check if the player is still defined. Okay, if the player model is loaded and the play is playable. Okay, and if the play is playable, it's gonna activate this cheat again, this cheat called infinite run. Okay, now let's compile it. I think I already compiled it, but let's compile it for the sake of this tutorial and let's go check it out. Alright, my little gamers, let me go to download. Let me check the script. What did you name it? Run, right? Let's check. There it is. Run CSA. Okay, then we copied it to GTA San Andreas script folder. Then we paste it there. Then let's go run the game and see if CJ will run infinitely. Okay, don't mind about that, none of your business. Okay, Alright, just look at the run button here. Just look at it. It is almost full, right? That means the player can run infinitely. You see? The player is running infinitely and not getting tired. You can see that? Not getting tired. That means our script works. And it can happen for infinitely, because the loop until the condition is false, the loop will continue to loop. In this game, I mean, the loop will continue to make the character run infinitely, just like that. Okay, so to show that you want to learn something, why don't you yourself go and try to make your own script using this tutorial as a base, and the next time we can try to make 2 loops. Well, first I will show you how to make health and armor and what does it mean and so on. Okay. Yeah, so you see, coding is very easy. Alright, well, thanks for watching the video. Subscribe if you want to see the next part, and please subscribe and like the video, because these days there's no dislike there's no the dislike button. Okay, bad jokes, I mean. Just hit that like button and smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you in part 2. Thank you. What the fuck? I'm just saying that there's someone in this cave. I'm 12. Is there any crazy clown here?